Hello everyone and welcome. The previous video we actually built our first LangGraph application and we actually come to know about states, nodes and edges, and we also built our first LangGraph application. So just a quick recap what we built in the previous session is so we got two nodes, one is classify email, second one is the draft response one, and we created two functions for that. First one is classify email and second one is the draft response. And if you look at how we define two nodes here and then with three edges. The edges will start from start node to classify email, from classify email to draft response, from draft response to the end node. So it's a very straightforward and very simple application that we started with, and we'll extend it from what we actually implemented in the previous video. If you look at it, what we're going to build in today's video is we have the classify email. Instead of routing it to one node only, we will have a conditional routing. So it's basically if the classify email classified it as a refund, then it will go to refund response. If it is classified it as a technical response, then it will go to the technical response node. If it is other than refund or technical, then it will go to general response. And all these three nodes are connected to the end node. This is a kind of an extension of what we built in the previous video. For that, let's go and start with our second application. Application 2, and we'll create a pie. So restore pie. I'm actually going to copy the same code that we created earlier and we'll extend it further. So what we have got classify email and draft response. But what we need in order to build our second application is three nodes. So we need to keep the classify email as is, and we need to add refund response, technical response, general response. So we got classify email refund response. So probably I will convert this method into refund response, and then I will add two more methods as well. One is technical response, and I will change this one. If the category is technical, we have received your um, request service team, it is support team will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, keeping it simple, and we don't need this at all. And this is also we don't need because we'll have only handling the refund cases and it's just technical cases. The last one is the general one, right? So if it is anything other than that, will come here. So it's maybe we will classify it as if the node is general response, so we will use general response here. If the category is general, we have received your request, we will get back to you as soon as possible. So that's the three responses that we drafted. One is for we created three nodes altogether. One is refund response, second one is technical response, third one is a general response, right? So now we need to tweak a bit with the classify email. Currently we are taking email as an input, and then if a refund is found in the email, we are classifying it as a refund, and all other categories we're actually returning it as a general one. But we'll add one more condition for the technical exceptions. So for technical exceptions, if refund, and instead of that, if see any network or login or connectivity connection maybe, so in the email, then we will categorize it as technical exception, right? And all other cases it is general. So now we have defined the classify email. This node, we will have refund, and also we actually defined if there is any network login connection in the body, the email body, then it will categorize as technical exception, and all other cases it will categorize as general exceptions. Now we actually defined classify email, refund response, technical response, and general response node as well. Now we define the nodes. What is the missing piece here is the conditional routing. It's basically like if it is classified as refund, then route it to the refund response. If we actually classified it as a technical, route it to the technical response node. So that routing logic is missing now. For that, we'll add one more function, route by category. So we'll add little is a constant. So we'll add type tick little here, and once it is done, and it's basically route by category. So we will be sending these responses back, whether it is a refund response, whether it's a technical response, whether it's a general response. And if you see, we are actually taking the category as an input here, and we are using the state which will pass the information from one node to another node, and we're taking the state category as input. If the category is refund, we return refund response. If the category is technical, we will return it as a technical response. All other cases, we will return it as a general response. So as we discussed, state is what we actually pass the information from one node to another node, right? So if you look at our diagram here, in the classify email, we already know from the email body what the category of that email is, whether it is a refund or technical or general response, right? So in this particular method, in the route by category, we actually use that category which is defined in the classify email node as input, so that we actually send this. If the category is refund, return refund response. If category is technical, then return technical response. This is how we actually created a route by category, right? And after that, it is very simple and straightforward. Return. The first step is we'll add all the nodes. For that, first one is classify email. Classify email is already added. The second one is the refund response. So refund response node, and the same as refund response. And then we also add other nodes, which is technical response as well. Technical response, and also the final node, which is the general node. So let's add general response node as well. General response, general response. Now we actually added all the nodes here. One is classify email, refund response, technical response, and general response. Now we actually add the edges as well. First we'll start with start to classify email. From classify email, we need to add conditional edge. That is the important one. We'll add builder dot. Now we add conditional edges. For the conditional edges, first from classify email, from there we will apply the method that we created here, which is route by category. So the route by category, from there we will actually assign it to this one, refund response, technical response, and general response. So basically what we are actually saying here is add edge, refund response, and refund response we not have any further nodes here, it is end, right? If you look at the refund to end, right? Similarly, we need to create other as well, refund response, and after refund response we got technical response to end as well, and also the last one, which is general response to end. That's it. We actually implemented the conditional routing here. And if you look at it, the last one, which is graph builder.compile, which will help us to compile the graph as well. So that's pretty much what we have to implement in order to implement this conditional routing in the line graph. That is it. Let's start running this one. So we'll change the langgraph JSON to application to scripts.py, and then I'll run the langgraph tab again. Now we can see our app is up and running, and we can see classify email, refund response, technical response, and general response and end. We'll start with the first input. I did not like your services, please refund, and submit that. And we can see here, this is the email, I do not like your services, please refund, and category it is refund, and it is the response that we received. So it is now conditionally routing from classify email to the refund response and to the final state. And we'll try one more example, which is for technical exceptions. I'm unable to log in into my account. So in this case, we can see email unable to log in into my account, and also we can see the classify email category is technical because we have the login issue, and that we received the technical response, we have received your technical request, our IT support team will get back to you as soon as possible. I'll just submit hi hello, and then we'll see what's the response that we will get. Hi hello, and then we can see the category. So currently we're getting everything, even though generally it is getting it for technical. So I see the issue. So we need to add in email of this, miss this one. Now we'll run this one and it should work. Let's put hi, hello, and we see the response. Yep. So we can see the classify email it as general, and general response we can see I received a request, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. In this video, what we built here is conditional edges. So it will classify email node, will classify that it is a refund one, technical or general one, and based on that it will actually conditionally route it into the correct node, and all these nodes connected to the end node. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.